What I wanted to do is just very quickly tell you what this art exhibit represents, and you're going to hear the story of the exhibit itself shortly. But it's really the front end of a binational economic development strategy. We have Guanajuato, Mexico is one of our sister cities, and we put together a terrific delegation to go down and visit Guanajuato last fall because we were interested in exploring the cultural and economic possibilities that may exist between what's already an everyday economic corridor because of our agricultural businesses down there and because so many Salinas residents are from Guanajuato and the state of Guanajuato and surrounding areas. So with that in mind, we thought that it would be smart to look at exploring a more strategic relationship based on the idea of creating a binational highway. And at the heart of that highway would be things like agriculture, cultural opportunity, sport opportunities, healthcare related opportunities, small business opportunities. So that was the basic idea and the purpose of the delegation. When we went down there, we were specifically interested in the Cervantino Festival and a very large, impressive Day of the Dead festival. But when we got there was a serendipitous event. We happened to be able to meet Roman, who you'll hear from after me, who runs the Cervantino Festival, and we found out he moonlights. And this, and you're going to be very excited to hear more about this exhibit. But just closing with the role of the arts, we have tremendous talent in this community, and one of the things that we were all interested in is can we create more economic opportunities around the arts, and that can come in the form of events. But it also, and I was just having a conversation with one of our commissioners. One of the things we all share in common in Salinas is we export vegetables and too many of our children and too much of our talent. And he said to me, this begins setting the stage for keeping more of our artistic talent here. They don't have to go to San Francisco. They don't have to go to LA. And so this is the front end of the binational strategy, but it's also, we grow vegetables, but we grow artists. And so this exhibit will have some broader context in the future of Salinas. So I'm very, very excited that this is going to be here. A lot of folks are talking about soccer. The exhibit will get started coming directly from the close of the World Cup in LA. So you're going to learn a little bit more about the history of this exhibit and what it represents. And so it's going to be a very exciting opportunity for the entire city. So I'm delighted to turn it back to our MC and introduce the rest of the folks who will help tell us what we get to look forward to.
Thank you very much for this welcome. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for receiving us in this city. For me, it has been truly a privilege. I'm French, as you can notice by my sexy French accent, but I've been living in Mexico for the past 45 years, and I'm becoming more Mexican than the Mexican themselves. And I'm trying to promote the culture of Mexico because I think it's so wonderful, and this country have welcomed me so warmly that I have a debt with this country, and I want to show what Mexico is about. No, so this exhibition is 8 huge pieces of sculpture, 20 feet high. They have been already touring the States. They have been in San Francisco, in San Jose, and Fresno and Reno. Now they are in Albuquerque. And when I was approached by the people from Salinas, I was a bit amazed because I say Salinas, where the hell is Salinas? And because I was always thinking of, Chicago and all these big cities. And then when I met the team from Salinas, I realized that people also from Salinas deserve to have this kind of international exhibition. And it's not about the size of the city. It's more about the will of the people and the people living in the city that are very important. So this exhibition, as a matter of fact, is made so that people can appropriate themselves this exhibition and do what they want to do with this exhibition and promote whatever they want to promote. And so that was the idea behind this exhibition. So this is a testimony to the excellence of the Mexican craftsmen, which are truly artists. And sometimes they don't have the correct space as an artist. No, they are just considered as a craft people. And especially in the public art, which is very good. I saw that in many cities, that it had beauty in the cities and with all this modern sculpture and the modern art. But I think sometimes we miss the opportunity to use those spaces to gather and to celebrate communities. So sometimes it's not art is not only about an aesthetic aspect. It's also say many other things. So in this case of this exhibition, it's not so much also about the artists, which are wonderful, but what I wanted to show with this exhibition is to show the tradition of Mexico, the cultural heritage of Mexico. And Mexico is not only about, mariachi and Cancun spring break and tacos and Cinco de Mayo. It's such a rich country with such a many different culture that I thought it was very important to share that with all the people all over the states, no? And beyond the aesthetic aspect, there is also so many aspects for this exhibition. So it's not only an aesthetic aspect. I know a lot of people will just take pictures and see the beauty of the animal, and it's a very family-oriented exhibition. It's kind of a easy exhibition, let's say, in this way. But at the same time, there is a very different layer of this exhibition. So it's not only about the artist, it's also about the meaning of this tradition, about respecting the artwork of those people, about the cultural identity. So I think that using the public spaces for this kind of manifestation is very, very important. And for me, that's exactly what we try to do. It's a little bit like, the totem that all Indian people from Canada are using. So the Alebrijes are becoming a little bit symbols of a culture and the way you have to respect the past and the tradition and the hard work of those people, several generations of the people, family tradition that do the Alebrijes, and not just a crazy idea of some modern artist who suddenly think he has a big ego. Those people are very simple people. Nevertheless, I find very unfair that they are not treated as they deserve. And they're not treated as they deserve because most of the time they don't even care, But I think it's important for us to recognize and to give them a space. So that's why basically the exhibition is about. And I think this year, especially, it's more important than ever. We all know the complicated relation between Mexico and the States, which go long time ago. And especially this year for the 250 anniversary of your constitution, it's important to recognize all those community because at the end, the country was made by all those community. It was not made by the politician, So all these community that are part of the country, that build the country, some of them are not truly well represented, And I think through this exhibition, they can recognize themselves and they can identify themselves and definitely they can be proud of who they are, where they are coming from. So that's the idea, and also sharing with the other community the symbolism. These fantastic animals are not especially Mexican; they are in all culture. So you can see them even in the native Indian culture, in the Canadian first generation, first people, First Nation. So that's exactly the idea of this exhibition. So what I just want to share with you is beyond the aesthetic aspect of the exhibition, to be able to recognize the greatness of art as a soft power, I could say, as a diplomatic instrument that nowadays is very useful because it's a way to show to many people in the States, all over the world, that with cats and dogs, Mexican people do wonderful sculpture, no? Wonderful piece of art. So basically, that's what we want to share with you. And when we see, I was in, when we did the exhibition in San Francisco, like a couple of months ago, I was very moved by a scene. I saw a family, Mexican family, huge, because Mexican family are huge most of the time. And it was like the grandfather and the father and the kids, and they were all seeing the Alebrijes, in Yerba Buena Garden. And the grandfather, they were explaining to their kids. Obviously, the grandfather, they speak English like La India Maria, like we said, very poor English. And they were telling to their kids that doesn't speak English, that speak English like Mayor Dennis, because they are American, no? And so they speak perfectly English, and they speak Spanish like the mayor, I guess, too, because they don't speak Spanish at all. And and the grandfather were telling to their kids, look, you remember Coco, and you remember this, and 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 those Alebrijes were not invented by Walt Disney. They are coming from your own roots, from your own family, from your own tradition. So that was very moving to see that, and that's exactly what we try to do with this exhibition. Suddenly, so the kids and the people who don't know, and they see all these fantastic animals in their phone and in the movie and the video game, they don't realize that they are coming from a very strong tradition, which are their own culture. And basically, the whole significance of the exhibition was seen in this very small, touching scene of a Mexican migrant family looking at those pieces and suddenly recognizing themselves in a country where sometimes life is complicated and hard for them. And suddenly they have a warm feeling, a proud. Suddenly they are very proud. And even if it's very short moment, this proudness that they have during the time they see those Alebrijes give them the strength to go on in their life and to fight and basically to maintain what their dream. So basically, that's what we want to do with this exhibition. It will much more beyond a particular artist or particular style. Thank you very much.
And I just kind of want to tell everybody that this is an example of your voice at work. One of the first of many public art exhibitions that the Arts Commission is working hard to bring to our constituents. I invite everybody to come to our meetings and voice whatever you'd like, so we can bring more projects like this, more exhibits like this. Like I told Mayor Donahue, and we talked earlier, the more we can support our local artists to stay here, the more we'll have our stories told, and we'll be able to take control of our narrative to really express that to our community. This was in big part brought up by Juan Carlos, who took the trip to Oaxaca and gathered information and different culture and brought it back to share with our community. And I think the more we support the arts, we can have more of that, more of our students learning, going out exploring and bringing that and sharing that with our community, so we can have a broader culture, broader knowledge of the world around us, not just for ourselves, but for our children and our constituents. Also, I'd like to say that this is a big step in creating or making Salinas a cultural hotspot in California. A lot of times we get overpassed, but I think if we look at history, as I was talking to Mayor Donahue, a lot of places that have great art provide great food. And so that combination is inevitably one of the best. And so we have a lot of great talent and we have a lot of great food. With that, as we grow this into a cultural hotspot, I also want to remind us and our politicians to keep in mind the people that have to pay the rent. So like that, as we grow into this cultural hotspot, we could still keep the artists here and that they could actually afford their rent. With that, thank you in celebrating, and I hope and invite all of you, every age, to come and visit and support the Arts Commission meetings. You tell us what you want and we'll try to make it happen as best as we can. Thank you so much. My name is Carlos Cortez.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. My name is JC Gonzalez, and I am the founder of Urban Arts Collaborative, and I'm Public Arts Commissioner for the City of Salinas since 2018. I grew up in Salinas, and I'm honored to be the curator of the mini fantastic animals, composing of 30 of them, including eight of them that are displayed throughout the city of Salinas. So there will be 30 of them, and 8 that will resemble the 8 the big sculptures that will be distributed throughout Salinas. Our grand opening will be on August 7 at 5 p.m. and our closing will be on September 4th at 5 p.m. All of our events regarding the Alebrijes and Nahuales will be free of charge. So we love to see you here, and we can't wait for them to arrive in late July. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Colleen Bailey. It's a pleasure to be here and to see so many people out to learn more about this wonderful exhibition. I want to begin today by acknowledging the City of Salinas' Public Art Commission for championing this project, and Mayor and City Council for their support in bringing the exhibition to our community. As the founding chair of the Salinas Public Arts Commission, I can tell you that the Commission has dreamed for many years of undertaking a project of this scale and significance, and today that vision becomes a reality. To everyone who helped make this possible, congratulations. This exhibition will do more than showcase extraordinary works of art. It will connect many members of our community to their cultural roots while fostering a deeper appreciation for the rich and diverse cultures that make Salinas such a vibrant place to live. Art has a unique ability to bring people together. Even during times of division, it inspires us, broadens our perspective beyond the challenges of everyday life, and create shared experiences that connect us to one another in meaningful and lasting ways. That is one of the many reasons this exhibition is so important. From an economic standpoint, hosting a traveling international exhibition of this caliber will attract visitors from throughout the region and across California, generating new activity for local businesses and serving as a catalyst for economic growth and community development. We do not have to look far to see the power of arts and culture as economic drivers. From the legacy of John Steinbeck and the California Rodeo Salinas to the Monterey Jazz Festival and Cali Roots Festival, cultural events and attractions have contributed millions of dollars annually to our regional economy, while strengthening our sense of place and identity. To ensure that this economic and cultural impact is felt throughout the city, we have thoughtfully selected 6 locations across Salinas to host the sculptures. The first one will be at the corner of Main and Blanco Streets in front of Star Market. So when you enter from Highway 68 or coming over from the coast or over from the 101, it will be one of the things you see as you enter into our city. There will be one in front of 1 Main Street. There will be one in front of Sherwood Hall, one in front of the regional soccer complex. Woohoo! We'll have one at Vineyard Church on East Alisal Street. And we'll have 3 at Northridge Mall, which will feature 2 sculptures outside where you can see it from Highway 101 and 1 inside the mall itself. I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to all of our venue partners. This exhibition would not be possible without their support and commitment to making art accessible throughout our community. We also invite businesses, organizations, and individuals to become part of this exciting initiative. Anyone interested in sponsoring one of the sculptures is encouraged to contact me through the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce. The grand opening celebration will take place on July 31st at Northridge Mall. The small animal exhibition, as you've just heard, will open on August 7th at 1 Main Street as part of the First Fridays event series, and the exhibition will conclude on September 4th with a closing celebration, also at 1 Main Street during First Friday. Importantly, the exhibition and all related programming will be free and open to the public. Throughout the exhibition period, we will partner with local artists, arts organizations, schools, and community groups to offer workshops, special events, and educational programming designed to engage residents of all ages. For more information about the exhibition and upcoming activities, please visit salinaschamber.com. In the coming weeks, we will also announce a citywide scavenger-style experience that will encourage visitors to explore all 8 sculptures across Salinas for a chance to win a special prize. And this is only the beginning. We have many exciting activities and opportunities planned, and we look forward to sharing more details as we get closer to the opening day. Thank you, and we hope everyone will join us in celebrating this remarkable addition to Salinas' cultural landscape.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Northridge Mall is thrilled to collaborate with the City of Salinas and the Salinas Valley of Chamber, amongst other community members, on this wonderful exhibit. The Alebrijes y Nahuales exhibit offers a wonderful opportunity for us to reflect on art, heritage, and boost tourism. So Northridge Mall is hosting 3 sculptures. So in our main courts by H&M, we'll have 2 outside off of the 101 facing closer to our Hobby Lobby and JCPenney. So we're excited to invite everyone on July 31st from 5 to 6:30 for the grand opening celebration. We'll have cultural performances and other activities. So we're excited to further share more information as Colleen shared. Keep an eye out on the website of the Chamber, and thank you for this opportunity.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenos días. Voy a romper el protocolo. Mi comunicado va a ser en español. Me da mucha alegría ver tanta comunidad, ver a las autoridades, de tomar esta importancia, de dar a conocer la cultura, la identidad y el orgullo del mexicano. Es muy importante trascender nuestra cultura a otro país, a otro lugar, porque el mexicano ha trascendido fronteras y ha sembrado raíces en otros lugares. Y es el momento que el Consulado General de México en San José, California, está presente el día de hoy para respaldar a los mexicanos que están de este lado y a sus hijos. Creo que la cultura y el arte, demuestra, no necesita idiomas. Creo que lo podemos ver. Transmite en su belleza lo que quiere decir. Así que el día de hoy nos sentimos muy orgullosos de ser mexicanos y poder estar de este lado representando a cada uno de ustedes. Muchas gracias. Agradezco a la autoridad local que nos ha dado la participación y estar respaldando el arte, cultura, que es muy importante la salud mental de nuestros hijos, porque hay que crecerlos de manera sana. Así que agradezco infinitamente en nombre del Consulado General, también en el nombre del Cónsul General Neftalí, que viene en camino, pero no alcanzó a llegar. Pero el día de hoy estamos nosotros en representación de cada uno de los mexicanos. Muchas gracias.
Good morning, everyone. I am Diana Maravillo, who is here on behalf of Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, who sends her regrets for not being able to be here. She currently represents the 18th Congressional District where Salinas falls. And today I am going to recognize artistic producer Romain Greco. I proudly celebrate the Alebrijes y Nahuales exhibition celebrating the joyful essence of alegría, tradición y creatividad with the world and for keeping alive an enduring legacy of Oaxacan craftsmanship through its vibrant display of arte popular and the spirit of Mexico Mágico. This extraordinary exhibition honors the creativity, tradition, and cultural richness of Oaxaca while inspiring audiences of all ages. Romain Greco, this is for you.